Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sammie. So recently we all know the story of Sammie Okposo that went viral about his life ending. So apparently the family has made a statement to apparently the family has made a statement, and a lot of people were kind of doing speculations as to how his life ended. But let me read to you guys what his family posted. Right, in that previous video I made one video to talk about the fact that the news came out that his life has ended, and I kept on saying, it's not just about Sammie Okposo. Ask you for us to I saw a need for a lot of us to reflect. But in this video I want to speak on the medical aspect of things. And Sammie Okposo is gone. No matter what people say or whatever, I believe that at his age, he just had a baby a few months ago. There is no reason. I do not believe he's ready to go. Let's be honest. We can over-spiritualize everything. We can stay here and do our Nigerian typical thing of, over-spiritualizing everything and say, oh, the Lord has taken him home. He's in a better place. Okay, there's nothing wrong in all of that. What I'm saying is lives can be cut short for a lot of reasons. And a lot of these reasons are preventable. I want you to see that as the reason you're watching this video. I want to speak about the preventable aspect of this, because he's not the only one. Because I sat down, I don't know why anyway, people's exit always hit me anyways. But when I see his age, he's not that old. He's only 51. And I sat down, as I was thinking more and more about it, maybe because I'm a nurse, I was thinking on the other aspect of it. I'll read to you guys the family statement in a second. But I started doing a head count, if I can call it that, to see that we've had a lot of this kind of sudden exit. A lot of it recently, right? We have Adame. Boom. There was a video where she was enjoying with friends, eating and laughing and having conversation. Within 2-3 hours, boom, she was gone. TB Joshua was here 1 minute in a church, whatever program. The next thing, he went inside or whatever they said, and he was gone. Adeboye's son, the same thing. They said he went to bed, didn't wake up in the morning. There was another pastor, I've forgotten his name now. I shared the story of him here as well, that he went to bed and boom, he was gone. I'm like, I should have made the list, to be honest with you. There were more people that I listed that have just left like that in recent times, in the news, right? In Western society. Okay, let me read to you guys what the family said. Like I said, it's not just me speaking. Anybody, especially if you're a doctor, you're a nurse, or somebody that has, any kind of medical knowledge, please leave comments in the comment section. You don't know who's going to read your comment and who your comment may save. I want to talk about other areas we can look into our own lives, right? Well, everybody wants to go to heaven. But let's be honest, I believe that the right thing would be for people to grow old, especially when you have children. Raise your children to where Nigeria will say, when their leg don't strong for ground. It's like when their legs are already firm in the ground, meaning that when they're already stable adults and ready to carry on without you, right? Okay, let me read to you guys first what the statement his family made. So they say, family statement: it is with a heavy heart but with a total submission to God that I announce the passing of our beloved husband, father, brother, uncle, minister of God, Sammie Okposo. Sammie slept and went to be with the Lord on the morning of Friday, November 25th, 2022. More details about the burial will be communicated soon. We are consoled because we know that he is with Jesus, singing with angels. We kindly request that the family is allowed to grieve peacefully at this time. Hector Okposo for the family. Now, this is the typical Nigerian thing. I'm not coming here to fault anybody. I'm just saying we all know our Nigerian way of doing things, where typically his family will not give information. Even if, I'm not saying they know or they don't know, even if it was a heart attack, if it was a whatever, typically Nigerians don't tell. It is just our culture. It's the way it is. But let me tell you guys how there's nothing else to show you that Sammie Okposo didn't see this coming. Because when that news came out, typically, I ran around to his Instagram. So the way you want to be, is this true? Is this not true? Even though that I got the news from Punch News, and I know Punch News wouldn't lie. But I went to his page to see, and I saw that the night before Sammie Okposo made this post. Let me read to you guys his post. His post, he said, Throwback Thursday, Sammie Okposo praise party, SOPP live in Lagos. Friday, November 4th, 2020. So it happened earlier in the month. He was showing a particular program that happened. He said it was a blast. Jesus did it. Then SOPP live in Lagos. So he was doing a throwback. And that was posted. When I went to check it was posted hours, like I think 11 hours. When I heard the news that he was gone. Sorry. When I heard the news that he was gone, I went to his Instagram and I saw this post. And this post said 11 hours ago. So he was alive 11 hours earlier. And he posted that thing 11 hours earlier. He was not sick. He was not in hospital. He was not in, he was alive and he was well. And he was making this post and doing a throwback of something he was happy about. He was proud of 11 hours earlier. So he didn't see it coming. I want to speak on the area of, typically in Nigeria, you know what, sometimes when I talk about something, so what did they do you? Are you Oyibo? Are you these whatever? We are black, we are Nigerian, we are Nigerians, whatever, are you Oyibo? But you see, I want to speak on this area. I feel it's important. I always say it. Any story that is out there, what can we take from it? Sammie Okposo can be used as an opportunity to create awareness, right? People that their lives end suddenly, it is typically a cardiac issue. Typically. And a lot of cardiac problems are preventable. I'm saying this like I've listed to you guys. If any of you remember any other person that left like that in the recent times, please put them in the comment section. I was in my head, I was like, what about TB Joshua, the Adeboye's son, Adame, that other pastor? I started listening. I was like, what is going on? You see, in Western society, what did they do? You say, are you Oyibo? If I say things like this. But you see, as someone that has lived abroad, sometimes you can borrow ideas from where you found yourself. Say, since I come here, see what I have noticed, or with my training as well, right? Typical Nigerian mentality is like, oh, some people may say it's karma. That's what some people are already saying. It's karma, whatever. Some people are saying, they will always look, let's be honest, even me that I'm making these videos, if something like that, God forbid, was to happen to me, do you know people will say it's karma. She has been talking about pastor. Guys, let's be honest. She has been talking about pastors. It's because she talked about pastors. This is karma. God has punished. People will always say something. People will always, let's be honest about, if somebody like me, if I do not live to be old before I leave this world, people will talk. They will say, yes, it has been a long time she has been talking about pastors. What did you expect? This is karma. See, when typically in our culture, because we don't typically have answers for a lot of things. So because we don't have answers, we put it down to unknown. We put it down to mysterious. We put it down to spiritual. We put it down to a lot of distance. And to a great extent, it's keeping us backwards. In Western society, they said some people say he slumped. Some people say he slept. The family said slept. I don't know whether they're saying slept as in exit. So some people call people's life ending. They use the word sleep rather than use the word, you understand, the DE, word, right? Do you know in Western society that something like this happened? The family have no say. The government will do an autopsy. It's automatic. An autopsy will be done to be sure there's no foul play, because they want answers, and those answers will be documented. If something is happening so often, they may say, okay, maybe there's a need for example now, Adame, that pastor, TB Joshua, Sammie Okposo, a lot of these people are just boom like that, they are gone, right? If it's autopsy keeps showing, I'm just saying now, right? If autopsy keeps showing that it is cardiac related, right? They'll be like, okay, cardiovascular problems are becoming too much. There are too many cardiac history, too many cardiac exits in such a short time, or in so and so. Okay, does it mean that we have what's the word now? It can be, the government would pick it up, the health service or whatever, Ministry of Health, Nigeria will become Ministry of Health. That will be their job to say, okay, if this is occurring so much, is there something about our diet? Is there something about our environment? Is there something about, they will start investigating to say, okay, this is going on so much. There is a need for primary prevention. What is primary prevention? Primary prevention is preventing people. This, and we are all assuming that is a cardiac problem, because it presents like a cardiac problem, right? They can now say, okay, it's happening so often. For that reason, we're going to primary prevention, educate people, public awareness about your diet. You know, what is it about the typical Nigerian diet that maybe needs to change? I'm just saying, what is it about this? What is it? And that's how they find a lot of solutions. That is how they start investigation. From that investigation, they will have answers. It's not mysterious to them. It is not juju. It is not spiritual. You understand? Because they have the answers. Unlike us, that typically we don't have the answer, we say, oh, maybe because of this one, maybe because of karma. And when they now find what the source of the problem is, public awareness, educating people to prevent it to continue to. What is the job of Ministry of Education? Ministry of Education, sorry, Ministry of Health. That's what I meant to say. What is their job? That's supposed to be their job. In the UK, they say NHS, right? In that process, if they find that there is something about our diet, they may start giving education and say, okay, so and so training is not good. Some research I found that palm oil is not good, you know, for your cardiovascular health or whatever. For example, they can say, okay, start creating public awareness or try to exercise, eat well, make sure you check your blood pressure, make sure, and a lot of education can be done. Let me say this before I forget it. Somebody can do all they can and all they're supposed to do, and something like this can still happen to them. But at least then, it's like every other thing was done. You understand? Every other thing was done to prevent it. Every other thing was. I'll give you guys an example. When I was in nursing school, they taught us about. They told us a story about this. You know, there was a conference of consultants, cardiologists, and they specialize in heart. The people that do like heart surgeries, and like these are the people that when it comes to the heart, that you understand. And I think it was an international one. Who, I don't know, but it was big. In that same place, one of them had a heart attack. In that same place, and professionals were there. Upon all the CPR and everything, that person's life still ended. You see what I'm saying? There are cases where no matter what go happen, go still happen. But it's sad when you think that there are some preventative measures. You understand? How many of us, let me say, I know a lot of my viewers are not necessarily, some of my viewers are not Nigerians, but let's okay, Africans, or okay, anybody that's watching this, how many of us actually check our blood pressures regularly? How many of us look at our diet and see how much cholesterol we're consuming? How many of us are actually worried about our weight and be like, okay, don't they pass, be careful, I have to come down for health reasons? How many of us exercise, go for walks, and you know what I'm trying to say? There are some exits from this world that no matter what you do, it may still happen. But there are some that are preventable. And I believe when a story like this happens, like that's why Oyibo too is different. If it's Oyibo, which is their own culture, I'm not coming here to fault anybody. The family, it will be said openly. They will say it was cardiac arrest, it was this, it was that. They will say it. And some families will even use their own story for public awareness to educate others. They will use their own story. I know somebody that the mother died of breast cancer. That has become his life ambition. He's using breast cancer. He opened a breast cancer charity. But our culture, I think we have this thing about don't tell, keep it within the family. Don't tell. You know what I mean? So, but I think the good thing about, I feel like the good thing about saying sometimes, it helps everybody to sit back and look at their own lives and say, what can I do? And then I know another beautiful thing about it is when these families tell the world what happened, they end up using their own family members' life to save a lot of lives out there. I'm coming back to my point. My point is this. Let Sammie Okposo's story and the story of all of this Adame and all this, but are just like that, they are gone. Let it be a motivation for you to look at your diet. Me, I'm looking at my own. I'm doing my best as much as I can. I'm doing everything that I can. But it may still happen to anybody, but at least I know that I've done my best. You understand? So let everybody be looking at their diet, looking at, do they exercise? Is your life too sedentary? Do you know what I mean? Start looking at your own life to see, excuse me, to see in what ways that you can make amends and improve your own health. I'll say it again. Everyone, we're going to heaven, we're going to heaven. Most people are not ready to go. Let's be honest. Especially when you have young children. Most people are not ready to go, right? And when there are ways to prevent it, why not? You know, so that's basically my message in this video. I just wanted to, you know, when I saw what the family said, they said he slept, you know, and then when I saw in his post, you know, and when I saw that his post was 11 hours earlier, it shows me that he didn't see it coming. I just wanted to share that because I feel like you never know. This can save a life right now. This information can save somebody's life. Another thing I want to say before I forget, if you're on a blood pressure medication, you're taking your blood pressure medication, please get yourself a blood pressure machine. Because the problem is, some people are taking blood pressure medication and then they wake up in the morning, they may not even know that it's too low. They will still take it. It can happen. That's another area as well. Because in the hospital, I cannot give my patient their blood pressure medication without checking their blood pressure first. And if I check it and it's too low, I can't give it. I have to hold it. I will sign it off as hold. And I will document my reason. And then you call the doctor to come and decide. Eventually, some people may end up in that they will say, okay, half their dose, because the dose is already having good effect. That's another area of it. If I start saying it's going to be a very long video, but I don't want it to be too long. So people need to have your blood pressure machine at home. Before you take it in the morning, check your blood pressure before you take it, to be sure that it's not too low, that you go and take the one that will not knock you off completely. So there are a lot of things we can learn from these people's exit, because I'm like, he's not the first one that is like that, gone like that. That is happening a lot. So why not use it to create a bit of awareness? You never know who it would save. I'll end this video here. Please, if you're a health professional, a doctor, a nurse, whatever, please leave a comment. Whatever education you can give, please, in the comment section. You never know who this would save their lives. I'll leave it here. As always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.